everyone. I'm Steffi Anthony from IILT, and today we were celebrating Onam. We had a delicious Onam Sadhya, and we just thought we will have a little chat on IELTS. So we have our CEO, Shinsen sir. So sir, could you please just introduce yourself to them?
Hello, I'm Shinsen. I'm here with IELT as the Chief Executive Officer. So I've been with IELT for about 3 years now, and I am a native speaker. I have done my English bachelor's degree, and also I've been training and teaching IELTS for about 7 to 10 years. So it's really interesting talking today to you and our team over here about IELT and also why IELTS program and coaching at IELT is so different, right? So one of those things is our USPs that I want to focus on, and of course all of us are going to share that. So it's student-centered. We have an edutech background, right? So all of our courses are accessible online. We have a mobile application. So these are some of the key features of what we're offering to students.
Yeah, so most of the students who join IILT, they have a very basic question, and that is how can they become language proficient? So what advice would you give them, or is there any sort of suggestions or tips that you would like to give them?
I think through my years of experience, what I would hone in on is guided feedback from really qualified and certified trainers. So among ourselves, we have TESOL, CELTA, TKT trainers, qualified trainers, native speakers. So when you get guided feedback from them in your writing, in your listening, in all the 4 subtests, that's when you will come closer to getting that band score, right? So that's what will help you get your band score.
Yeah. We also have Sharon with her. She has her Masters in English, CELTA, TESOL Canada, TKT, as well as she is pursuing her MPhil in English Literature. So Sharon, what creativity or innovation has IILT brought with IELTS?
So Steffi, as Shinsen sir already mentioned, we have student-centered classes. We actually apply all those international teaching methods to our classes. So students will benefit from it. As well as we have curriculum-based lessons, and we make learning more interesting through activities. We also have some highly qualified trainers in IILT. So I think it is very special.
Okay, so it's like not a boring, monotonous classes that they have.
Yes.
There's always a fun element that is included. Okay. So we also have the department head of IELTS from Kattapana, Arun sir. So you have around more than 13 years of IELTS teaching experience. So what's the difference that you see, like from all the other institutions? What's special? What specialty does IILT have?
Okay, so talking about the specialities, I think one of the best specialty that I found is the Pre-IELTS program. Because mostly all the institutes that I have worked with for these past years and whenever I have interacted with, they all start from the initial classes of the IELTS. But apart from that, we are having a pre-IELTS training which transform the student into this path, then we are training them. That's the first thing. Then one more thing that we do, especially as in IELT, what I saw is, we are continuously discussing with the previous questions. Especially when we have an exam in the last week or in the last month, then we will take the question, then we will make it with the students, and then we will have a continuous interaction with the student. Rather than a monotonous class, we always like to have a discussion-based classroom, so that they will get more idea, especially in writing, because the biggest problem that people face, especially in writing, is that they don't have ideas. So this discussion, especially the discussion part, is very much good for them. That's what I feel about it.
Okay, sir. So it's like, initially when a student joins, they can actually test their language competence level and then attend IELTS.
Yeah, that's right. That's the most important part, I should say, because we have a first testing system to understand the level of the student. Then we move on to what type of training this particular student needs. That student-centered program is actually the highlight of our institute. That's right.
Okay. That's wonderful. We also have Catherine. She's the department head of IELTS from Kottayam. So, Catherine, why should students attend your class? There's so much of things spicing up in IELTS. So, why should students attend your class?
So, what we try to do is, rather than directly moving into the program, first we try to build up their confidence.
Yes, Catherine, we are not just simply moving into the lessons, but we have a properly organized materials. For example, we first test the pre-existing knowledge of the student, that is lead-in activity. Then we have some specific activities, then moving on to the freer activities. So that is how it works.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a very well structured syllabus already planned for the students.
Yes.
Whenever students attend our classes, first thing that we do is, as you said, like definitely we test their existing
Yes,
knowledge,
yes.
and then we begin with their preliminary activities. For example, if it's the reading session, then we begin with the pre-reading activities, while reading activities, and finally we move on to the post-reading activities. So it doesn't matter even if they have taken IELTS earlier or even if they are beginners. We
Exactly.
always try to accommodate them into that scenario where they get well trained in IELTS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, Swiftly, exactly right. So we are focusing on the holistic growth of a student, right? Not just an IELTS-based approach, but what will students do when they go to a foreign country? So we're looking at the social context, we're looking at the general context, and academic context, and building and shoring up their skills in all those areas, right? And we're connecting all those skill sets, and that's what IELT offers. Something that's very individual-oriented, student-based, student-focused, and also that gives them and spans out all these programs and paradigms. So it creates unique opportunities for learning.
Yeah, it just suddenly brought up my mind this concept, like IILT works like a very powerful circuit. So that way, students, they become all-rounders and, we build up their confidence and personality. That was a wonderful session. I hope that students definitely would find it instrumental for IELTS. So we wish you all a very joyous and prosperous Onam.
Happy Onam!